Visual approach one way to mind up. Visual.
Hello, 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 hello. All right, guys. Good evening. Good evening. Uh, Good evening. Welcome to another section of exclusive conversation with Gift Best Junior. And I'm so glad to be your host today. I'm so glad to have you join me today on this platform as we begin to talk about 2022, what to expect, where the attention would be, and what business blueprints will succeed in 2022. It's an amazing time um, to be here with you. I'm so happy we are here doing this today. So, quickly before we begin, just let me know if you can hear my voice, if it's loud enough. If you can hear my voice loud and clear, so we can get it started. Today, we are going to be having some amazing conversations, several things that people are not talking about on the space today regarding the new year that we're entering. And then we're going to be looking at certain things in the business industry that many people are not talking about. And it's going to be a great conversation. So let me know if you can hear me. Just put it in the comment section. You can hear me. So we get it started. Now, if you're just joining us, please make sure you share the link from get the link. If you got the link from the Telegram group, just make sure you help us spread the link, or you can just get the link from the YouTube platform here where you're watching me. You can get the link here and then share it with your people so we can have this conversation started. So today we're going to be talking about 2022 business and branding blueprint, where to put your attention on, what tools you can use to scale your business, to scale your brand in the coming years. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And today's conversation is really going to be centered about the opportunities that people can embrace in the coming years, the opportunities that people who want to build a new brand, people who already have an existing brand, people who want to develop a brand for themselves or want to build an existing brand that they've already started in the previous years. We're going to be talking about how you can scale the brands that you've built, how you can scale the businesses that you build, how you can use the opportunities that we have to scale your business, to scale your brand. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. 2022 business and branding blueprint, where to put your attention on the tools and how you can scale your brand in the coming years. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So first, I'm going to be sharing a lot of slides today. So if you're just joining, you're going to be seeing less of my face today and more of the slide that I have today, because I'm going to be sharing certain things from the slide so you can just um, have a record of what we are talking about today. So today's lesson, we are going to group it into three. We are going to look at the lesson today in three categories. All right, just give me a moment. Okay, that's my face. Thank you so much for joining us today. All right, so we're going to be looking at it in three categories. First, we're going to be looking at what we can learn from 2020 to 2021. You know, if you joined the last class where we had a conversation about the opportunities of 2022, the opportunities that people can embrace on Thursday, the last conversation that we had, we were talking about the fact that COVID-19, which came in the year 2020, was a pandemic that really changed the course of business. It really changed the model of businesses that people were operating. It really changed the way people embraced certain tools, the way people embrace certain business ideologies, certain business model, the way they embraced it. So it was really a time where people had to re-strategize. The people who had the idea to re-strategize, they really had to re-strategize. People in travels, people in tourism, people in hospitality, people in education, they really had to strategize in order to remain relevant in the field of business, because COVID-19 didn't just bring greater opportunities for people who were prepared for it. It brought a setback who were running business on an existing model. So they were faced with two problems: either re-strategize their model to fit into the new economy that was being created by the pandemic, or they had to go into extinction. So, but most businesses, they were able to use that era as an opportunity to scale their business, as an opportunity to scale what we're doing, their product, their services, to re-strategize, rebrand, and reinvent their services to suit the existing economy that we had, right? But most businesses who could not adapt so easily, who could not adapt fast to the problem, they had to suffer uh, a break. They had to suffer several factors that brought their business, their sales down, right? So we're going to look at what we can learn from that whole pandemic story, that whole pandemic challenge that a lot of businesses, a lot of brands, they had to face in the year 2020 and in the year 2021. Then we're going to look at superpowers that everyone should have in 2022. We're going to look at the 5 superpowers that everyone should have in 2022. In 2022 is an era of opportunity where people who are prepared will be met with opportunities that will put them on the stage, that will give them platforms. So, but we're going to look at several factors, several superpowers that everybody who wants to gain relevance in the coming year, they must embrace. They must embrace. So that's what the second thing we're going to look at. Then we're going to look at business ideas that will generate you income in 2022. Business ideas that will generate you income in 2022. Then we're going to look at how you can build your brand or your business from ground up in 2022. So that's the direction where this conversation is going to head to today. So first, we're going to start from now. If you're just joining us, you can help us share the link. Help us share the link so we can have more people who are connected to the platform here today, learning from what we're talking about today. So the first thing we want to look at, like I already said, is what we can learn from 2020 and 2021. What can we learn from that era of the pandemic, that era where globalization, people had to adapt to the borderlessness, people had to adapt to doing business not as usual. People had to adapt to doing things differently from the way it was done before. So what can we learn from that whole scenario? You know, someone said that if you can't learn from the past, you will not be able to really move to the future, because the future is merely a progression of the past, right? So if you don't understand several factors that led to the business changes, to the change of business models that happened in the previous years, you will not be able to really adapt in the coming years, right? So that's the first thing we're going to be looking at. What can we learn from 2020 and 2021? The first thing we can learn from that era is the fact that there won't always be certainties in life. Now, everybody at crossover night in 2019, everybody was so prepared. Everybody was so ready to move into the new year. We're so prepared. We went for vigils. People who are Christians, they went for vigils. Everybody was so energized to move into the new year, 2020, right? We're so prepared. But then we moved into 2020 and things were not, it started off in January. Things were not as it was expected, right? Things were not as expected. A lot of countries had to lock down their borders. A lot of businesses had to close down shops. Schools were shut down. Churches were shut down. Mosques were shut down. A lot of people had to adapt to the new way of doing business, because irrespective of the fact that people were not prepared for what was coming was going to come. You know, I tell people that the fact that you're not prepared for an opportunity does not mean the opportunity will not come. The opportunity will come, but if it doesn't meet you prepared, someone who is more prepared for the opportunities will be able to harness the opportunities that come, because opportunities will always come. As long as we're existing, you know, someone said something that as long as we're existing, the rain will always fall, right? But when the rain falls upon the earth, if you never sowed any crop on the ground, there will be nothing to for the rain to fall on that will grow for you to harvest, right? So a lot of people were so prepared for what was going to come. There was so much certainty People were ready, their vision was drawn, and people were ready to move into the new year with so much certainty, right? But we got into 2020 with the pandemic. We got in and everywhere was locked down, right? So the first thing we're going to learn is that uncertainties is a part of human existence. Uncertainties is a part of human existence. So you must be prepared for the worst. I tell people that as much as you have to write your vision clear, as long as you have to put your vision into paper, you have to prepare for the coming years, you must also prepare for uncertainties. What happens if you fall sick? Right. What happens if there's another lockdown? Right? What happens if the money you were expecting to come, it doesn't come? What happens to your business? What happens if the people who promise to help you, who promise to invest in your business, who promise to support you, what happens if they never come true? What happens if the people you're working with, who are the backbone of your business, who are the backbone of your brand, who are the structures that you built your brand around, what happens if they decide to leave? So even as much as you prepare for the best of your life, you must also prepare for uncertainties. You must have a plan B. You must have a plan B. What happens? What are you going to do if business does not go the way you plan for it to go? What will you do? What is the plan B of your brand? What is the plan B of your what's your second strategy that you want to implement when that thing happens? So that's the first thing you must understand, that uncertainty is a part of human existence. So even as much as you prepare for the best, you must get ready for uncertainties. But because you cannot, nobody can actually predict life 100%. You can just merely project into the future, but you can't predict what is going to happen in the coming year 100%. That is what we can learn from 2020 and 2021. So even as much as you're getting ready, you're getting your vision, you're getting your business, you're ready to initiate all the plans that you've made for your business, you must prepare for uncertainties. You must have a plan B for your business. You must have a plan B for your brand. You must have a plan B for yourself in case anything happens. So that's the first thing. The second thing you must understand that we can learn from the pandemic, that we can learn from 2020, 2021, is the fact that human wants and ways of doing things will always change. Human wants will always change. There will always be new things that will drive human desires. People will always look out for better ways of doing things. People will always look out for better services. People will always look out for better tools. People will always look out for better products that satisfies their demand. Right? So as a business owner, one thing you can learn is the fact that people will not hesitate to leave your product. People will not hesitate to leave your brand. People will not hesitate to leave your services if they find another service that offers them a better value for their money. People, you will always have customers who are loyal to you, but those customers will not always be loyal when there's another service that offers them better reward, better value for their money. So you must understand that as a person, as a business owner, as someone who is driving a brand, who is selling a product, selling a service, or initiating a tool for people to use, you must understand that innovation is a critical part of your product. Innovation is a critical part of your services. Innovation is a critical part of your business, of your brand, because human wants, human desires, the way of doing things, it will always change. As long as we're existing, as long as humans are thriving, there will always be innovation. There will always be inventions of new ways of doing things. So you must understand that it's not just enough for you to have your product out there. It's not just enough for you to give people services that really gives them value for their money. You must be ready to always innovate on what you already have, right? So you must always be ready to do that. You must always be ready to innovate on what you already have. Is a critical part of your. It must be a critical part of your business model. Innovation, innovation. It's just a matter of time. People will always change the way they respond to services. They respond to products. So you must understand that even though your business model doesn't change entirely, even though you don't change the message that you're trying to project with your product, you don't change the message you're trying to project with your service, you don't change the services that you're offering, you must always innovate new ways of communicating the value that you want to communicate. if you're an influencer, if you're a digital product creator, whatever you do, you must always find out new ways. If you were doing audio before, you must find out the fact that you must understand the fact that people want to look at more videos. So you must always create new ways of offering the same service that you're offering. You just have to repackage it, rebrand it so that it suits into the existing business model or existing business trend that is happening. So that's number two. Number three thing we can learn from 2020 and 2021 is the fact that technology is a strong ally. Technology is a strong ally, right? Guys, let me know. Let me know if you just put something in the comment so I know you are listening to me. Just give me a moment. Here, let me drop the link on the platforms. Just a moment. Okay. All right. Just a moment here. Or just give me a moment. Let me drop the link. I think I forgot to drop here. So we have guys joining from the Telegram channel. Okay, so we're good to go. Yeah, we're good to go. Number three is technology is a strong ally. Thank you so much, Ola Ayomide, for the comment. All right, number three is technology is a strong ally. Now, every day I come in contact with business owners, people who run a brand, people who sell products online. And one of the common things they say is, I'm not this technology thing. I really don't know how to do it. I don't know how to pull this. I don't know how to pull this. And it's really a problem for me. Now, I'm not a techie and all that word. Now, in this era of 2022 that we're entering, that is not going to be an excuse, right? Because if you look back at 2020, look back at 2021, you can see that most of the businesses who were able to survive the pandemic, most of the businesses who were able to thrive in the face of the pandemic were businesses that had a stronghold in technology, were businesses that had a better way of leveraging on technology, were businesses that leveraged so much on selling. A lot of people had to quickly adapt. A lot of people had to quickly put their product on the internet. A lot of people had to quickly offload their platforms from a physical platform to a virtual platform. That was good. But the people who were already there on the virtual platform, who were already leveraging on technology, their product, were people who were able to thrive, were businesses that were actually thrive in the face of the pandemic. So you understand that in the face of any unforeseen circumstances, technology will always have the advantage. So leveraging your product on technology, putting your brand, leveraging on technology in your branding, in your business, is a strong thing that anyone should do. It's something that anyone should be able to do. It's something that everyone should do, because technology is a strong ally that you can use to sell your product, that you can use to promote your brand, that you can use to sell any product that you have. So you must understand that technology is a strong ally. Number four is the ability to easily reinvent is a superpower. The ability for you to easily reinvent your product, the ability for you to easily reinvent your services, the ability for you to easily reinvent the way of doing things, your way of doing things, your best strategy, your business model, your ability to reinvent it quickly is a superpower. During the pandemic, we saw that was the time where TikTok, had so much traction, right? Because people wanted to do short videos with a lot of effect on it. They had a lot of traction. Then before we knew it, Instagram brought the reels. The reels that allowed you to do almost the same thing that you could do on TikTok. These guys, they understand that there's always a constant competition of relevance, right? There is always a constant competition of relevance. The person who has the most innovative idea of the time will always try the most. So they understand this. So what you must do as a person, as a business owner, as someone who runs a brand, is the fact you must understand that whenever there's a change in trade, whenever there's a change in the way of doing things, whenever there's a change in the business economy, you must understand that it calls for you to reinvent your product, to reinvent your services. You see the direction the world is going to, you study the trend, which is number 5. Learn to study the trend. You see the direction the world is going to, you study the trend and quickly reinvent your product to be relevant in the season. That is the things that we could learn. The people, for instance, Zoom was a platform that was so prepared for the pandemic, even though there was not so much usage of the platform before the pandemic. But at the time of the pandemic, a lot of people were able to really transcend into Zoom, really transit into Zoom. And we had Zoom being one of the most used platforms during the pandemic because they were able to reinvent on an existing business model. Zoom was not the first guys who were able to organize a platform where people can hold virtual events, where people can hold virtual meetings, right? They were not the first people, but they had a special feature allowing hundreds of people connect on the platform, allowing hundreds of people meet on the platform to have interactions, right? They were not the first platform, but they were able to reinvent on the existing business model. So you must understand that your ability to reinvent an existing business model, your ability to reinvent on a product, your ability to reinvent on a service that is already existing was a superpower in the 2020 and 2021. Then we had people who had an understanding of the trend, who had an understanding of the time, who had an understanding of the way the technology was moving, of the way that things were moving. It became an advantage for them. So you must learn as a business owner in 2022, you must learn to quickly study the trends. What is the direction that your niche is moving towards? What is the direction? You must understand that, and when you understand that, you must learn to quickly rebrand your product. A knowledge of how the world works is an advantage. You must have a knowledge, you must make research, understand the direction the products are moving, understand the direction that customer attention is moving, understand the direction that people's demand is moving towards. Don't just stick with a certain business model, with a product, that even if the product is selling, you must look for a way to reinvent it because people's needs and demand will always change with time. So that's the fifth thing that we can learn from 2020 and 2021. Now, I talked about the fact that we're going to talk about the 5 superpowers for 2022. The 5 superpowers that you can have for 2022. What are the 5 superpowers that you can have for 2022? 5 superpowers that you can have for 2022. All right. Just a moment here. Superpowers for 2022. All right. All right. So we're going to look at 5 superpowers for 2022 every business owner should have. Everyone who runs a personal brand or a corporate brand should have. We are going to look at that. Just give me a moment. Let me um, take a screenshot of this. So beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay. So what's the first superpower we're looking at? The first superpower everybody should have in 2022 is prompt execution of ideas. Prompt execution of ideas. Why is this the first? Now, in 2022, a lot of people are going to be having new ideas, innovative ideas, new branding ideas, new business ideas, new strategies. A lot of people are going to have that. It's something that is going to happen in 2022. right? A lot of people are going to have new ideas, new ways of doing things. It's going to come up on a lot of people, right? But the thing that you must understand is the fact that it's not the person with the idea, it's not the first person with the idea that will always thrive. No, it's not the first person. The idea can come to a lot of people. It can come to multitudes of people, hundreds of people, the same idea. Have you ever walked on the street before and then you were thinking of a business idea? And then someday you're just walking on the street and you see someone selling that thing that you said you wanted to sell, that business, that product that you wanted to produce. You just see someone selling that product and you say, oh wow, I thought of this product. I wish I had started selling this product. That is something that is going to happen a lot in 2022 because a lot of people are going to be getting the same idea at the same time. But the person who will receive the most reward is the person that is prompt to executing the idea. The first person to execute the idea is going to be the person who will get so much from the idea. If you are quick to execute the idea, you are going to be the first to get a reward for that idea. Because the universe will not reward you for having the idea. The universe will only reward you for executing the idea. It will only reward you for executing the idea. So you must understand that the people who will be rewarded in 2022 are not the people who will come up with ideas, but the people who will be prompt, who will act fast to that idea. So you must understand that the idea are going to not just come to you, it's going to come to hundreds of people, it's going to come to a lot of people, but the person who will be able to leverage on that idea will be the person who will gain the most benefit or the most reward from that idea. So that's the first thing you must understand. Number two is right positioning. 2022 is a year where you must rightly position yourself in order to be relevant. You can be doing the right thing, but you're doing the right thing in the wrong place. You can be doing the right thing, but you're doing the right thing with the wrong people. You can be doing the right thing, but you're doing the right thing at the wrong location. So 2022, in order for you to actually thrive and rise to prominence and rise to influence and rise to the stage that people will be handed to in 2022, you must understand the power of right positioning. If you're selling your product, you must learn to sell your product on the right platform. You must learn to sell your product on the right platform. You must learn your product on the right places. You must learn to sell your product on the right location. If you're selling a physical product, you must learn to put your business on the right location. Because that is one thing that can actually frustrate your business when your business is not rightly positioned on the right place or you are not selling on the right platform. If your product is meant to excel so much on Instagram, you take your product to Facebook, you may not be able to reach the amount of audience that you're supposed to reach in that year. You may not be able to reach the amount of people who are supposed to buy your product, the people who are supposed to be attracted to your product. You may not be able to reach them. So you must understand that right positioning is a superpower that you must have in 2022. You must rightly position, you must study the market, understand where the people who have the attraction for your product, for what you sell, where they are. The people who have the attraction for your brand, you must understand where they are. You take the product to them. You must understand that. Number two, you must understand the right location. This is for people who sell physical products. You must understand where is the right location to sell your product. Right. So when you understand that, you move your product there, you move your service there, the things you want to sell, you move it there. Because that is where you will gain the maximum influence. Wasting your time where people don't, selling to people who don't need your product. Because I tell people that it's not everybody that is going to use your product. It's not everybody that is going to use your product. So you must understand where the people who will use your product are and take your products to them. Right. That will save you energy. That will save you resources. That will save you time. So you must understand that right positioning, right location, and right network. When we talk about right network, we're talking about understanding the right people that you're supposed to do business with. Who are the people that you're supposed to connect with? Who are the people you're supposed to, put as part of your business team? The people you're supposed to put in your team, part of your team, because nobody actually goes far alone. So you must understand who are the people, where are they, how do you get in touch with them, how do you leverage on their connection, how do you get in contact with them so you can actually connect effectively to sell your product. So that's the number two thing you must understand. You must build on the right platforms suited for your mission, and you must build with the right people. You must build on the right platforms suited for your mission, and you must build with the right people. Location could be your greatest advantage. We've seen people who were selling the right product, but they were selling the right product at the wrong location. So you must understand that in 2022, you must understand where your product will sell most. Do a market study. Where are the people who want your product? If you sell skincare products, there's a place where those people are. You won't always find those people on your WhatsApp status, right? You have to look out for them. You have to run ads on Instagram. You have to run ads on Google. Go to forums, go to Facebook groups where those people are, the people who want to buy your product, where they are, where they're having their conversation, where their community are, and then you go there and sell your product. You must rightly position yourself to sell effectively. Number three, you must be doing the relevant things. You must be doing the relevant things. In 2022, there's going to be a lot of distractions. When I talk about distractions, it's necessarily not wrong distractions, not necessarily negative distractions, but your energy is so limited to be focused on so many things. The energy that you have, the time that you have, is not sufficient for a lot of things. So in order for you to actually scale fast in 2022, in order for you to actually scale your brand fast in 2022, scale your business fast in 2022, you must understand what the right things are for you. What are the things that you should be doing? Where are the things that you should put your attention on? Where are the things, where are the direction, what are the products that you should focus on the most? What area of your talent, of your strength should you focus on the most? Because you could do a lot of things, but you shouldn't be doing a lot of things, right? They said that a jack of all trades is a master of none. Yes, study a lot of things, explore a lot of things, but you must learn to focus on certain things in order for you to actually scale in those things, in order for you to actually drive maximum influence, in order for you to actually gain a lot of traction in that area. You must understand that you must focus on the things you should be doing. You should be doing. A lot of things are going to be calling for your attention, but you must put your attention on the important things, which is why it's very important you drop a vision board for yourself for 2022. Drop a vision board, drop an action strategy that you will execute, then focus on it. Focus on it. You can't afford to get distracted by the things that are irrelevant to your mission. There's a lot of courses that are good courses. There's a lot of strategies that are good strategies. There's a lot of businesses that are good businesses. There's a lot of services that are good services. A lot of tools that are good tools. A lot of things that are good, right? In quote. But not every good thing is for you. Not every good business model is for you. Not every good course is your course. You must selectively choose your fight in 2022 in order to be relevant in 2022. You must selectively choose your fight. So that's the third thing that you must understand. You must be doing the relevant things to your vision, to your mission. Number four is you must have a right execution strategy. Yes, number four, you must have a right execution strategy, right? What does this mean? First of all, before you execute in 2022, now I'm going to talk about the different business ideas or models that you can explore in 2022. But before we talk about that, before you launch any business in 2022, or before you try to scale your business in 2022, you must carry out a market or niche study. You must understand the market that you're going into. The reason you have to do that is different businesses have different execution strategies. Different businesses have different branding strategies. Different businesses are not branded the same way. They are not advertised the same way. They are not scaled the same way. They are not carried out the same way. So you must understand, if you are going into the food business, you must understand how the food business works. How do you get people to be attracted to your product? How do you get people to be glued to your page? How do you get people to be interested in what you're selling, in the food you're selling? How do you package your product so well that people are attracted to it? Now, if you're going into other products, you may not be so interested in product packaging. But if you're going into food business, you must be so interested in product packaging, because people are first taken by what they see than the actual taste of the food. So you must understand that business, market, and niche study is an important area that you must put your attention to. Number two, you must have an investment study. Jesus was saying something in the book of Matthew. He said, which man wants to build a house and does not first sit down to count the cost if he will be able to finish the business that he starts? Right? So you must have a critical investment study. How much do you need to start the business? How much do you need to run the first year of the business? How much do you need to run the second year, the 6 month strategy? How much do you need to execute 6 months of that business? How much do you need if you need to hire people for that business? How much do you need? So you must have the right business or the right execution strategy. You must do a proper market study. You must do a proper investment study. You must also have a startup fund. One of the reasons, they said that 80% of startup businesses, they fail in their fifth year. They don't survive their fifth year, right? One of the reasons this happens is because most people, they get a fund that they need to start a business, then they push out all of that fund into that business, into executing that business, not realizing that there's something called running cost for every business. So your startup fund that you have, you must be able to actually put it into the startup fund and the running cost fund, or the running fund for your business, because your business will start up on a full energy, but your business will not always run like that. There will come times where circumstances you didn't plan for will show up, and you would need money to sort those things so you don't go back, so you don't close up store. So you must have a proper startup fund that allows you to run your business for 12 months, to run your business for 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, and 5 years. You must have that. Then you must use the lean startup model. Now, most times I talk about this with entrepreneurs, that one of the reasons businesses fail is because they want to scale fast. You start branding today and you want everybody to be aware of your brand. Do you have the enough product to service the people? If 1,000 people, most people, they create a product today, they open their business today, and they want 1,000 people to patronize them. Do you have the structure that services 1,000 people? Or when the 1,000 people start coming, you start postponing orders. Because postponing orders is one of the things that kills businesses faster. So you must understand that using the lean startup model, what is the lean startup model? The lean startup model is starting your business small. Starting it small. Doing a market test first. You create a product, give it to people to test. Get people's reaction of your product. Get people's feedback for your product. Get people's feedback from your class. Get people's feedback from your services, from your digital product, whatever product you're creating. Get people's feedback. Then when you get people's feedback, you can use it to create the second phase of your product. You must launch your business in phases. You must launch your business in phases. You must launch your brand in phases. That way you will be able to sustain the energy that comes from your brand. So that's the next thing you must understand. Then okay, that's number five. Number five is you must know what you are doing or work with people who know what you are doing. Now, one of the reasons most people don't actually scale, even though they have good idea, even though they have awesome idea, but they don't get to scale as fast as they should because they don't have a critical knowledge of what they are doing. Imagine someone starting a software company and he doesn't know the first thing about writing a program. Now, you don't need to be a programmer to start a software company, right? But you need to have a critical knowledge of the industry. You need to have a first-hand knowledge of the product. Imagine someone like Elon Musk who is building electric cars and he doesn't know the first thing about electric cars. It's a good idea. You can have the idea and not have the skill, but you must have a knowledge of the idea. You must be able to create a vision for the people who work with you. You don't need to always know everything. For instance, you don't need to always have the skill that is required for your business, all the skills. You don't need to be the one doing all the things, but you should be able to have an idea, have a knowledge of it, and recruit people who have a knowledge of it. So that's one another superpower that you would need um, in in right execution strategy. Now, in right execution strategy, you know, there are three in one of in most of my business master classes where I talk with entrepreneurs. Three things that I mentioned for them is there's three timings for business execution. There's too early to market problem, too late to market problem, and there's right to market scenario. Too early to market, too late to market, right to market. Now in 2022, if you are really going to gain influence, you must understand the place of timing. You must understand the place of timing. So you don't go to market too early and the people are not ready for your product, and then you get discouraged, you get frustrated because the people are not buying for your product. Not because your product is not a good product, not because your product is not meant to solve a problem, but the people are not ready for the product. So you must understand that you must not go to market too early and you must not go to market too late. Because by the time you get to the market, if you're going too late, the market is already saturated. There's already a lot of products, the same product that you want to sell. A lot of people are already selling it on the space. So you must understand that you must not go to market too early, you must not go to market too late, and then you must understand the place of right timing. You must understand when is the right time to go to market. When is the right time to execute your business strategy? When is the right time to launch your product? Every time is not the right time. When is the right time? You must understand that. You must study the market, know when to properly launch your business. So that's the number four thing. Number five is you need knowledge, skill, and money. I'm really going to dwell on this so much. This is the last superpower that we're going to be talking about today. You must understand that you need knowledge, you need skill, yes, you need money. Knowledge, skill, and money. Right? Knowledge, skill, and money. Now, most people, like we already talked about, most people they go into businesses that they don't have sufficient knowledge about the business and they suffer. Most people they go into a business or a branding line or niche where they don't have the sufficient tools to properly sell products or sell their service to people. They don't have that. That becomes a problem. Most people they have the idea, but they don't have the money to fund the idea. They don't have the money to fund the strategy. They don't have the money to fund the vision. So you must understand that knowledge, you need knowledge, critical knowledge about the industry you're going to. You need it. You need to get as much knowledge as you can in that area that you're going into. You need to get as much knowledge as you can in that area you're going into. Number two, you must acquire relevant skill in that area. You must acquire relevant skill in that area. Number three, you must find a way to make money and fund your dreams. You must find a way to make money and fund your dreams. People will only give you money when they see that you already have a little bit of money. People don't want to always fund a charity case, right? So you must develop a strategy where you make money to fund your dream even before you get investors for your dream, right? So that's one thing that you must also understand. Um, you must get as much knowledge as you can in the area. You must acquire relevant skills in that area. You must find a way to make money and fund your dreams. So that's the fifth superpowers that we talked about. Number one, we said the first superpower for 2022 is prompt execution of ideas. You must be ready to quickly execute the ideas as they come. Number two is right positioning, right location, right network. You must position your product at the right platforms. You must position product at the right locations. You must position your product at the right locations. You must network with the right people. You must brand your product. You must sell your product, or you must develop your business model with the right people. That's number two. Number three, you must do the relevant things. A lot of things will be calling for your attention, but you must learn to focus on what's important. You must learn to focus on what's important. Number three, you must focus on the things you should be. That's number three. Number four, you must have the right execution strategy. You must do a market study, investment study, startup fund. You must have a startup fund and running fund. Then you must use the lean startup model, and you must know what you're doing. Then you must have right timing to market. Number five, you must have knowledge, skill, and money. Knowledge about the area you're going into, skill in that area where you're going into, and you must have sufficient fund to fund your dreams even before investors come for you. So we're quickly going to talk about business ideas for 2022. Business ideas for 2022. What are the business ideas for 2022? Now we're going to look at that quickly, but before we do that, just you can still get people to join us in this streaming by taking the link and sharing it on your status, sharing with the people that are in your community, sharing with the people who should be here. Now we're going to be talking about 10 business ideas that will make anyone money in 10 business ideas that will make anyone money in 2022. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I hope you share the link. Number one idea that will make people a lot of money in 2022 is blogging. Blogging, the ability to write content, put them on a platform, and distribute it. Blogging is one area that people are going to make a lot of money in 2022. Now, I've worked with a couple of bloggers, and one of the problem is the fact that bloggers do not really actually understand how to optimize their platforms. If not, blogging is one of the ways anyone could make money on the internet. You know, a lot of people write stuff for their Instagram, they write stuff for their Facebook, write stuff for their Twitter. Now, one of the ways anyone can actually make money from writing is by blogging. Because through blogging, you can actually make money from selling your own product. You can make money. Okay, just give me a moment. You can make money from selling your own product. You can make money from selling other people's products. Google ads. Google ads. Put ads on your blog, put ads on your website, put ads on your platform. You get paid for it. So one of the things you can do in 2022 to actually make money is to go into blogging. There are various platforms that you can create a blog for free. create a platform, set up it like you're setting up a profile, then put up content there. Put up content every day. Put up content every day. The more content you put, the more you share the links on your social media platforms, the more you get people to visit the blog, the more you gain traction for your blog. And then the more you can put up Google ads there for you to get paid. So one of the things is one of the ways you can make money from blogging in 2022 is you could sell your own product. You could sell your own product through Google ads or through selling of other people's products. So one of the business ideas that will thrive in 2022 is blogging. So that's number one. Number two is freelancing. I'm just going to go through this quickly and hope time permits us to go all of that. Number two is freelancing. A lot of people sell their skill online. A lot of people sell their face online. A lot of people sell their pictures online. A lot of people sell their voice through voiceovers, through translation, through transcribing of content for people. People sell their skill online, sell their writing skill, copywriting skill online. People sell their graphics designing skill online. People sell whatever on platforms like Fiverr and Upwork. You can go into freelancing for 2022. It will allow you to make money in the coming year. So that's the second platform second business model that people can use to make money in 2022. Number three is podcasting. Podcasting. Don't just think about your ideas, you can share your ideas. Now, podcasting is one of the ways that anyone can actually make money without having to show their face. All you just need to do is, you don't even need a lot of gadgets for that. All you just need to do is use the gadgets you have, your phone, your laptop, where you have, record your voice, edit it on several platforms that you could edit it on, put it on the platform, put it on the podcast platform. You have Anchor, you have SoundCloud, put it on those platforms. Get people to listen. From there, you can start getting paid for your podcast. So number three is podcasting. People are really going to make money from podcasting in 2022. Now, I'm going to talk about how you can go into all of this model, but first, let's look at number four. Number four is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing. What is affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing simply means platforms where you can join, find a product that someone has created. You're not the one that created the product. Find a product that someone has created, then you promote the product, you get sales from the product, then you earn commissions. Very simple. That's how it works. Join an affiliate platform, find a product that is selling, find a product that people wants to buy, you promote the product, you're tracking your sales, get people to buy it from you, advertise the product on your social media platforms, advertise the product anywhere you can advertise them, run ads on them, you get people to buy the product, then you have a commission from selling the product. It could be 10%, could be 20%, depending on the percentage of the product that you picked to advertise. That is one of the simplest way anyone can make money in 2022. So you must learn how you can leverage on the different affiliating platforms. If you can't create the product, you can make money from selling other people's product that has been created. It could be books, it could be online courses, it could be videos, it could be ebooks, it could be tutorials that people has created. You can make money from selling all of that in 2022. So that's the other idea, business idea that you can explore in 2022. Number five is social identity management. Social identity management. What does it mean? You can also manage social media accounts, social media platforms for brands. Now, there are a lot of brands, thousands of brands, millions of brands that actually are looking for someone to manage their social media platforms for them. Someone that has the skills, someone that has the ability, someone that has the infrastructure to manage the social media platforms for them. So they're looking for someone to do that for them. So you can go on the platforms, on several platforms that you can, find people who are looking for social media managers, digital marketers, people who are looking for this, and you can manage their pages for them, manage their social media platforms for them. That is another way to make money in 2022. Number 6 is graphics design. Anyone can make money from graphics design. You don't need to be a super pro to make money from graphics designs. So you must learn to leverage on the platforms that allow people to create graphics for other people and then sell the graphics. Now, there are even platforms where you can design a graphics and you upload your graphics and you get people to buy that graphics template that you've uploaded. So you have to make those research. Look out for platforms where you can leverage on. You know, a lot of people are using Canva today to design a lot of graphics, beautiful graphics. A lot of people are using Photoshops. A lot of people are using CorelDRAWs. Find out the right tools, the right one that suits you, and then you can use it to build your current graphics design. And in 2022, you can actually use it to make a lot of money, a shitload of money. Now, number 7 is you can sell stuff online. Now, there are a lot of people who sell, it could be makeup, it could be shoes, it could be clothes, it could be whatever. They sell it, physical product that they have, they sell it online, they advertise it online and get people to buy from them, make orders, and they get to deliver orders. It could be food. Let's say you own a restaurant. You could start putting out your restaurant content, your food on the internet in 2022, because that is one way that anyone can actually make money online by selling stuff online. Physical stuff, sell them online. Number 8 is by selling digital products. Anyone can sell digital products. You don't need a lot of tech skill to actually sell digital products. Number 1, you can sell books. Number 2, you can sell audio recordings. Number 3, you can sell your videos. You can make tutorials of the skill that you have. You have a skill, you can make the tutorial and you can sell the video. We have different platforms that are ready to buy your videos and resell it to other people. So you can sell your product, whatever you have, you could write, you can convert it into an ebook. Write and convert it to an ebook that you can sell to people on different platforms. You can sell your audio, you can sell your recording, like I'm recording right now, you can record it and sell it for people on the internet. Then you can also sell your videos. Now, there are different platforms where you can sell your videos, you can sell digital products. For instance, we have seller.co where you can sell your digital product. All you just need to do is go to the website, you sign up for the website, you create your own personal account, and then you upload your product there. You fix the price that people should buy the product, and then you're good to go. Number 9 is web designing. I have a couple of others here, but I think I'm going to be rounding it up soon. So, number 9 is web designing. You can actually use platforms like Wix and WordPress to design simple websites for people that you can actually get paid for, right? So Wix is one of those platforms that you can use to actually create a website for people without even writing a single line of code. Without even writing a single line of code, all you just need to do is go to the Wix form and sign up for the different packages that they have, and then you can even register and create several websites with a single account, and then you can create websites for people, host their website for them, and you can make money from that. A lot of people actually make money from on the internet. Yeah, so number 10 is virtual consulting. Virtual consulting. All right. Okay. Okay. Ayomide says, yes, sir. I have friends that make a lot from Fiverr. That's true. A lot of people make money from these online platforms. A lot of people, you just need to know what you're looking for, go for what you're looking for, and really optimize any of the platforms that you get to find yourself in. So that's that for that. Now we're looking at virtual consulting. Now we have a lot of people who actually they don't have the product and they are not selling the product. They are not the ones that create the product. For instance, in real estate, we have a lot of people who consult. All they just need to do is become an agent for someone who is actually selling the product, right? So that is one way you can actually make in 2022. You can go into virtual consulting. Virtual consulting, you could be an IT virtual consultant, you could be a tech consultant, you could be a business consultant, you could be a consultant in real estate, whatever niche that you have knowledge in, you have skill in, you could actually consult for people and get paid a lot of money for consulting for them in that area. Number 11 is you could go into online trading. Now we have a lot of people who are going into cryptocurrencies, a lot of people who are going into forex trading, a lot of people who are going into all of that. You could also go into that to make it. You don't actually need a lot of skill. You have a lot of platforms like YouTube where you can actually learn these skills and how you can actually start making money by yourself on several platforms like that. So now if you're just starting, now I want to advertise, not really advertise, but share a product with you that if you're just starting your branding strategy, if you're just starting creating your brand, this is um, something that will. Could you just give me a moment? Just give me a moment. Um, okay, just starting. I have something amazing for you. Something amazing. Now, okay, I think I got it. Okay. Now, there's this section that I had where I talked about five ways to build your brand from ground up. This is actually me sharing my screen. 5 ways to build your brand from ground up. This we had this class in April, and it was very extensive class. And we talked about what brand is, the difference between personal brand and corporate brand. We talked about how to develop a strong personal brand identity that is essential for corporate brand identity success. We talked about 3 areas to leverage on to build a strong personal brand. We talked about that there. Then we also talked about the advantages of a strong personal brand. We talked about 5 steps to build a strong personal brand. Then we also talked about 5 simple ways to build your brand from ground up. Now, in this class, this is actually relevant for you. Now, this particular class is supposed to be for 5,000, but because of this class, we're giving it away for 2,000 for everyone who is purchasing it from this class, right? So, all you just need to do is you can head to this link that is displayed on your screen, or you can take a screenshot and head straight there, and you can get this class. Now you're going to really learn how you can develop your own personal brand. Then 3 ways or 3 areas that you can leverage on to build your own personal brand coming in the year 2022. That's an important thing for you to do. Then you also identify 7 ways that you can build your brand from ground up. If you've never run a business before, it will give you a step-by-step process on how you can build a thriving business, a successful business. So that is that for that. So the cost is going for 2,000. It used to be 5,000, but because of this class, we're reducing it to 2,000, and you can get it with that link there. All you just need to do is hurry up to the platform, um, and I think I have several other. Um, okay, let me share this screen here. I have several other courses there that you can actually leverage on. Um, Hold on, give me a moment. Okay. Mm, yeah. So if you can see my screen right now, we have several other courses that you can actually leverage on from the platform. We have the um, we have the 10 lessons that will help your life. That's a free version. Then we have how to structure your life to be more productive. That's also free. Then we have expand how 15 secrets on how you can expand your reach in 2022. You can also get that. We also have the science of productive networking. You can also get that. Then we have five simple ways to build your brand from ground up. Then we also have the key to global relevance in the marketplace. We also have that for 2000. Then we have collaboration against competition. So that's the courses that we have there that you can actually get any one of them for it. So what is the link? Okay, let me share the link to get all the course with you. So um okay. So you can actually head to this platform, seller.co/m/giftbestjnr. Then you can get access to all of that course. I will put it in the group later on. So if you need to get any copy of those courses available there, you can actually get it there. So far this night we've talked about um okay. So far this night we've talked about what we can learn from 2020, 2021, that there won't be always certainties in life. You have to prepare for the worst, but expect the best. There won't always be certainties in life. You have to prepare for the worst and expect the best. Then human wants and ways of doing things. So just a recap of what we've learned today. What we can learn from 2020 to 2021. There won't always be certainties in life. You have to prepare for the worst, but expect the best. Human wants and ways of doing things will always change, just a matter of time. You have to always learn to reinvent yourself, your product, and your services. Technology is a strong ally. You have to learn to leverage on technology. Number four, the ability to easily reinvent is a superpower. You have to quickly reinvent your product in the direction of the market. Then number five, you have to learn to study the trends. Then we talked about five superpowers that everybody should have in 2022. Number one, we said prompt execution of ideas is vital. Number two, we said right positioning of your product, right positioning of your service, right positioning of your skill. Then we also talked about right location for physical products. We also talked about right network. You need to be connected to the right people to get to the right place. So you need the right network. Then we talked about number three, you must be doing the relevant things that are important to your vision. You must focus on the things that you should be doing, not the things that is calling for your attention. You must selectively choose where to put your energy in 2022. Then number four, we talked about right execution strategy. We talked about market study, investment study. We talked about startup fund and running fund. Then we talked about leveraging on the lean startup model and know what you're doing or work with people that know what you're doing. Then you must understand proper timing. Then number five, we talked about knowledge, skill, and money. You need knowledge in the area you're venturing into. You need skill, proper skill in that area also. You need money in that area, knowledge, skill, and money. Then we talked about that get as much knowledge as you can in that area acquire relevant skills in that area, find a way to make money and fund your dreams. Business ideas for 2022. We said number one, blogging. You can make money from blogging by selling your products, by Google ad placement, and by selling other people's products. Number two, freelancing on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. Number three, podcasting. You can actually make a lot of money from podcasting by sharing your idea through your voice or through videos. Number four, affiliate marketing. You can actually make money from selling other people's um, product. Join an affiliate platform, find a product that is selling, promote the product, get sales, and then you earn commission from selling another person's product. Then number five, we talked about social identity management. You can manage social media accounts for people, for organizations, and for businesses. So number six, we talked about graphics designs. You can go into graphics designs. There are several platforms that allow you to design graphics without having to go through a lot of troubles. So you can leverage on those platforms and scale your business and your ideas. Number seven, you can actually your stuff that you're selling physically, it's time to bring it on the internet. It's time to get a website. It's time to get an e-commerce store where you can put your product that you can actually sell to people. Then number eight, you can sell digital products. You can sell your books, you can sell audio recordings, you can sell videos. The things that you can write, you can convert them to an ebook and sell them on several platforms. On Amazon, you can sell it on seller.co, you can sell it on several platforms that allows you to sell digital products. Then we talked about number nine, web designing. Platforms like Wix and WordPress have made it easy for anyone. Number 10, virtual assistants. You can assist people virtually and earn a lot of money from that. Number 11 is online trading and that. Now, don't forget that I have a special giveaway for you, which is 5 easy ways to build your brand from ground up. And in that particular episode, you're going to learn what a brand is, the difference between personal brand and corporate brand, how to develop a strong personal brand identity that is essential for a corporate brand identity. Number three areas to leverage on to build a strong personal brand. Number five, the advantage of a strong personal brand. You're going to learn all of that from that recording. Then you're going to learn, most importantly, 5 steps to build a strong personal brand. Then you're going to also learn 5 ways to build your brand from ground up. Conversation is practical and you can effectively incorporate the model discussed in your brand development. The link. Here is the link there once again. Link is displaying on the screen. So I don't know if you have any questions. If you have questions, let me know before we begin to wrap it up for the night. If you have questions, any questions, something that you learned today in today's class. Okay. Now, the light says it actually came in late. The replay of this session is going to be up on my YouTube channel. Please make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and turn on notification. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Just click on the subscribe button as you're watching there. Just subscribe there. The replay is going to be up here. It's going to be here. I won't remove it from here for the time being. So you can always come back and replay them, catch the episode again. So it's going to be up here for you. But this offer of 5 easy ways to build your brand, whatever brand you want to build in 2022, 5 easy ways to do it, is not going to be up for a long time. It's going to revert back to 5,000. So, but you can get it while it's still up there for 2,000. You can just make payments for 2,000, which is less than half the price. So that's that for that, guys. Any question? So we can call it a night. All right. So I'm going to be now. Thank you so much for joining into this episode of our conversation. I'm so happy that you could join us. Thank you so much, Delight. Thank you so much, Alpha. Thank you so much, Ola Ayomide. Thank you so much, Champion. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining. Now we are going to be having another episode, but just join the Telegram channel. So whenever we're having another class, or you can follow me on Instagram at GiveBestJnr. On Instagram at GiveBestJnr to get quick updates on the conversations. So you can join me there and get update on my Instagram. Then you can also follow me on Instagram, yes, give best JNR. Then you can also join the Telegram community so you can receive updates. But don't forget to click in before you head out of the stream. Thank you so much and do have a good night.